All right, so let's talk about the gases. So we're going to describe the units of measure used for pressure, and then how to change back and forth from one unit to another, which is pretty straightforward. But and this is something that they use as a barometer to actually gauge pressure. Okay, and we can see here that we have 760 millimeters of mercury in the gas at the atmosphere of 1 atm. And liquid mercury, there is no air trapped in there, so this level can change based on the atmospheric pressure being exerted, and then we can basically say, make our conversions. But I like conversion tables better because it just makes things much easier. So when billions of gas particles collide with the Wallace container, they exert pressure, which we talked in the last unit, which is defined as force. So pressure is basically force over a given area. And we know this basically when we fill up our car tire. We say, all right, well, my car is a cheap Grand Cherokee, so it takes bigger tires. So the pressure on my tires is 40 pounds per square inch. The force being applied is pounds, and the area is square inches. So PSI is our pressure, okay? Force over a given area. Oops. All right, so I already explained the barometer, great. This is going to be a really quick unit, which is just fine with me. So 1 atmosphere, okay, is just defined as exactly 700 millimeters of mercury. Okay, so 1 atm equals 760 mm of mercury, which equals exactly 760 torr. So we could say that torr and millimeters of mercury are exactly equivalent to one another. 760 equals 760. And then you can see how it has 1 to 1. Great, yeah. So SI units of pressure is measured in pascals, okay? So 1 atm equals 1.01325 times 10 to the 5th pascals, equaling 101.325 kilopascals. Remember, the beautiful thing about the metric system is that it's always in 10, so we can convert very easily. All right. This is what I like most, is one of these units for measuring pressure. So we've got atmosphere, 1 atm exact, millimeters of mercury, so on and so on and so on. We can do inches of mercury because we're crazy Americans and we like inches. Pounds per square inch, okay, PSI, 14.7 pounds per square inch is equivalent to 1 atm. So in let's say your car takes 30 psi, basically it's taking 2 atms or twice atmospheric pressure to fill up your tire. All right, there's the Pascal units, 101,325 or kilopascals, 101.325. But yeah, this is our little cheat sheet. I mean, with these numbers, we can convert back and forth any way we need. All right. So what I was saying in the last unit about cooking and altitude and things of that nature. So we can look right here and see what the atmospheric pressure is. All right, at sea level, okay, and in Ohio, I think we're right, northwest Ohio, we're right around sea level. We're looking at 760 millimeters of mercury, or 1 atm, right? Let's see how that works. Yeah. All right. Los Angeles has an altitude of almost 0.1 kilometers, so it's up higher. So you can notice that the atmospheric pressure drops. All right, Mount Whitney, which I assume is in the Rocky Range. I didn't look it up. I probably should, but I didn't. Only has an atmospheric pressure of 440 torr. Now, why did I say torr instead of millimeters per mercury? Because it's the same. They're directly equivalent. Okay. All right. So if we say that 475 millimeters of mercury is expressed in ATM. So what is it? All right, well, we know that it's not equivalent. And we know that 1 ATM, or 1 atmosphere, equals 760 mmHgs, all right? Well, we know this is less than that, so this is much greater than that. We know it's not going to be that. We know it's not equivalent. So just using a logical conclusion, I'm going to guess it's the 0.625. And if I want to check that, I'm going to go, all right, well, let's see. If I take 475 and divide it by 760, oh my gosh, it comes out to 0.265, 0.625. There we go, 0.625. Let's check. All right, we're going to do our conversion. Basically, the 475 comes over top here. I'm going to try something, and I'm doing this on the fly, so just go with me. So our 475 would go times 1. Oh my gosh, that worked. So that gives us 4, what are we at? There we go, 75. Maybe by the end of the semester, we'll get better at that. Over 760. Okay, great. Equals our 0.625. Woo! All right. All right, and then, okay, so the pressure of the tire is 2 ATM. Oh my gosh, I use this as an example. What is the pressure in millimeters of mercury? Well, or what is the pressure in torr even? Hey, we can do either or. All right, well, 1 ATM equals, does it equal this right there? No, it doesn't equal that. There's not a direct correlation, right? It equals 1 ATM equals 760. So, let's see, 760 times 2. You guys should be able to do this in your heads. And so, so it's going to be approximately 1520. Oh, hey, there's one of the answers. We knew it wasn't going to be A. And we knew it wasn't going to be C because that's way too big for our conversion. So let's see what happens. Here we go. 2 times 760 equals 1520. So that is our basic start of understanding pressure.